I just absolutely despise this angry gremlin of a human that is Ben Shapiro. I've just recently saw his podcast where he said something along those lines. Nowadays, if you don't like something or you disagree with something, you call it a genocide. And I automatically thought of, oh, just like you, when you don't like something or disagree with something, you call it an anti-Semitism. Or you call a person who said something an anti-Semite. Just throw it around just like that. So yeah, by the way, at this point, to deny a genocide, it's just despicable and it's vile. It shows how vile this guy is. He also said something like if 60,000 people was not a lot actually that are dead, while we are at much higher number, 60,000, which would be 30,000 children in that case, of casualties, of deaths, is absolutely horrific and tragic. But as I said, we are closer to 690,000, maybe even more than that, of casualties, and 500,000 children under 5 years of age. So yeah, these people are just despicable and vile. But unbelievably, so he's still like pretending that it's not a genocide, while even the UN has reached a conclusion that finally, after 2 years, that it's undeniably genocide. Yeah, they give, I suppose they give Israel a benefit of the doubt, but I don't know, to give them more time, to have time to kill more people. Yeah, or human rights organizations like Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, Israeli human rights organization B'Tselem, who else? UNICEF. They've been warning us at least for a year that genocide is happening, but they have been warning actually prior to that as well, that there is a risk of genocide being inflicted upon Palestinians by Israel. But anyway, for those who are still genocide deniers, then I can read out loud the 5 acts defined as a genocide by the 1948 UN Genocide Convention. You need to commit only one of those war crimes, these genocidal acts, in order to qualify, while Israel has committed 4 of the 5. So, the 5 acts defined as genocide by the 1948 UN Genocide Convention are: A. Killing members of the group. B. Causing serious bodily or mental harm to members of the group. C. Deliberately inflicting on the group conditions of life calculated to bring about its physical destruction. What else do we need? D. Imposing measures intended to prevent births within the group. I find it actually the most horrific one. E. Forcibly transferring children to the group to another group, all committed with the intent to destroy national, ethnic, racial, or religious group in whole or in part. I suppose that the last one they are not accused of, which is actually funny because they've been doing that. All the colonizers have been doing that in the history, and they've been doing that also like 100 years ago, stealing Palestinian children and making them more Jewish, or yeah. So yeah, there's no place to hide anymore. Yet they are still hiding. And I just now, I saw, and my blood boiled, that UN resolution to for an immediate ceasefire and sending aid to Gaza, and troops and aid, securing aid to Gaza, was vetoed by United States. Like, this is so, yeah, my blood boiled, but this is so pathetic. Why do we have to have this stupid veto? Obviously they will veto it. They are committing it, they're paying for it, they're is there no law to override this veto? No, this is just a tragic comedy. Yeah, this is just some show, this theater. I cannot. UN right now seems like a useless entity, and like it's all just a theater. Yet every day Palestinian children are dying, and all these genocidal acts that I read out loud, we can come with so many examples. Oh, they did that, they did that. The hardest for me is the children that are being slaughtered and the babies starved to death. That's, it's just tragic. So I wanted to show you a coffee which I bought some time ago. Look, coffee for Gaza. Look at these children running like blissfully with like butterflies on some meadow. And when I look at that coffee, it breaks my heart, because this is coffee for Gaza, and we know that Gaza doesn't look like that anymore. That they slaughtered 500,000 children. But yeah, so